Hello, welcome to U.S. Immigration Updates. Donald Trump, the 45th U.S. President, has been divisive on immigration. The implications of his immigration policies are becoming more prominent as the possibility of his return to the presidency becomes more likely. The plan that Donald Trump has for immigration in 2024 has created fear amongst migrants. As we navigate through the proposed measures, their potential impact, and the broader implications for immigrants and the nation, we invite you to join us in navigating through these topics. If you are interested in any of these topics, please stick around till the end of this video for your immigration updates. If you are liking this video, please hit the subscribe button where you like this video and click the bell icon, so that you can instantly receive any new updates right on your YouTube homepage on your smartphone or smart device. Now let's get into the video and discuss it further. Donald Trump, the 45th U.S. President, is divisive on immigration. His 2024 immigration plan becomes more important as he considers a presidential run. This analysis examines the proposed measures, their effects on immigrants and the nation. Former Trump immigration policies. Trump's first administration implemented several immigration policies that had lasting effects. The harsh zero-tolerance policy led to family separations at the border and was heavily criticized. The New York Times reports that Trump may reinstate this policy with a stricter stance if re-elected. The zero-tolerance policy includes widespread arrests, prison detention, and expedited deportation of undocumented immigrants. This policy is bad for undocumented workers in kitchens, farms, and hotels. Legal and public reactions. Legal experts and immigrant rights advocates strongly oppose Trump's zero-tolerance revival. Families, communities, and undocumented people may be affected, raising ethical and human rights concerns. Such strict measures are tarnished by past policies like family separations. Considerations on Trump's position. Trump's immigration stance raises political questions. As the U.S. struggles economically, targeting immigrants as the enemy raises socio-political questions. In times of economic uncertainty, immigrants, who are vital to the workforce, may be blamed. Comparison to other candidates. Beyond Trump, other Republican candidates' immigration policies are examined. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Texas governors are known for strict measures. Republican candidates' tough immigration stances reflect a party trend. The immigrant is the main enemy. Misclassifying immigrants as society's enemy reflects a divisive narrative in American politics. This portrayal of immigrants as a threat during economic downturns has historical roots and raises social concerns. A wider impact. Trump's 2024 immigration plan goes beyond policy. It shapes the immigration narrative, public opinion, and comprehensive immigration reform debate. If zero tolerance returns, the nation's immigration values and principles must be reassessed. The nation debates its identity, values, and immigrant treatment as Trump's 2024 immigration plan is debated. The revival of controversial policies raises ethical and legal issues, forcing the nation to reconcile its history, economic concerns, and fair and just immigration principles. Immigration is complicated, so nuances and exceptions matter. Today, we discuss updates and trends, proposal evolution, and charter flights for irregular migration. Developments and exceptions. Immigration changes frequently. Immigration activist Loretta from STIDA highlights exceptions that show the system's complexity. While exceptions exist, proposals change, requiring vigilance. The ACLU, a civil liberties defender, is ready for challenges, adding to the story. Charter flights, irregular migration. A trend is emerging from Cuba to Nicaragua. These flights reportedly depart from Cuba and return from Nicaragua, raising questions about their motivations and restrictions. The business of immigration. Immigration is complicated, but business features often emerge. The report illuminates irregular migration charter flight finances. Financial operations, whether legal, like airport operations, or illegal, like cartel-controlled ones, complicate immigration. Understanding irregular immigration. Clarity is key to understanding this contentious term. The term technically applies to Cubans seeking asylum in Nicaragua and the North through legal channels like the CVV app, but it is not universally defined. Those who benefit from the Cuban Adjustment Law have a unique immigration experience, emphasizing the need for precise terminology in irregular migration discussions. Define irregular immigration. Regular immigration is anyone entering the U.S. without seeking asylum. Due to economic hardships in their home country, these people often seek entry. Irregular migration is complicated by motivations, economic hardships, and limited opportunities in home countries. Opportunities and challenges. The challenges of irregular migration go beyond legal definitions. Cuba's economic problems, lack of opportunities, and political constraints encourage people to look ahead. Understanding these challenges allows for comprehensive solutions that balance security and humanitarian concerns. Humanitarian views. Immigration discussions center on humanity. Economic necessity, limited freedoms, and bad conditions drive people to improve their lives. Recognizing irregular migration's humanitarian aspects promotes empathy and emphasizes the need for nuanced policies that address root causes. As we navigate the complex immigration landscape, proposals, unconventional trends, and irregular migration's financial implications must be considered. A comprehensive perspective includes clarifying terminology, understanding unique immigration paths, and recognizing migration's humanitarian aspects. Rights, exploitation, and fraud. Understanding migrant rights and vulnerabilities is crucial in the complex immigration system. Immigration discourse is shaped by language, context, and vocabulary. Today, we are discussing charter flights for irregular migration and the exploitation and scams immigrants face, particularly in Florida. This extensive discussion illuminates immigration's complexities, challenges, and ethical issues. The lawyer emphasizes that language shapes immigration discussions. Recognition of immigration as a fundamental right for migrants contextualizes debates and policies. The right vocabulary helps us empathize with those seeking a better life. By incorporating human rights into immigration discussions, we improve understanding and compassion. Charter flights, irregular migration. We examine the causes, effects, and restrictions of charter flights facilitating irregular migration. Charter flights, especially from Cuba to Nicaragua, are notable for their unique approach. As with any new trend, exploitation and abuse are possible. The evolution of these flights must be monitored to ensure they serve their intended purpose without being abused. Immigration scams and exploitation. On a darker note, undocumented immigrants in Florida are exploited and scammed. Governor Ron DeSantis' strict immigration policy creates a vulnerable environment. The appointment case depicts an immigrant who paid for an apartment but was scammed. Such incidents highlight the risks and challenges immigrant families face, often living on the margins of society, and the trauma of scams. Immigrant families suffer more than financial loss from scams. The consequences of paying $16,000 for non-existent rent are traumatic. Family evictions make the home, a symbol of security, distressing. Fraudsters target immigrants who are already struggling in a new country, adding to their vulnerability. Understanding the systemic vulnerabilities that make immigrants vulnerable to scams is crucial. Language barriers, a lack of legal resources, and a fear of authorities create an exploitation environment. We must consider systemic reforms that empower immigrants, provide legal support, and ensure ethical housing, employment, and other aspects of immigrant life as we examine these stories. Empathy, advocacy. Immigration is complicated, but empathy guides you. Each story of exploitation emphasizes the need for advocacy and makes immigration fairer and more compassionate. Advocacy becomes a shared responsibility to protect refugees' rights and dignity. This comprehensive look at immigration realities, from charter flights to scams and exploitation, reveals the many challenges immigrants face. Understanding rights is crucial to framing narratives with language. Stomach reforms and advocacy promote immigration equity, while changing trends require vigilance to prevent exploitation. Empathy drives us to uphold the rights and dignity of all people, regardless of immigration status, as we navigate these complexities. SJAS has special juvenile status in family court. Certain provisions in immigration law protect vulnerable people, particularly minors, in difficult situations. Special juvenile status protects neglected, abused, or abandoned children. This comprehensive guide covers the 3 essential steps to obtaining SJS and applying for a green card. Start with litigation and family court. Starting family court litigation is the first step to special juvenile status. This option is especially useful for single-parent children under 18. A family court custody order is required. Court proceedings for families: the individual must petition their state's family court. The petitioner, often a minor, may live with a single parent and seek custody to address neglect, abuse, or abandonment. Child safety and well-being are the court's priorities. Approval of custody. Successful litigation grants a custody order, protecting the minor. The court's ruling sets the stage for immigration proceedings. Step 2. Application for immigration juvenile status. After obtaining custody, special juvenile status must be sought. Documenting the case, with the family court custody order, the petitioner must gather more evidence. Evidence may include abuse, neglect, or abandonment. Bolstering the minor's protection narrative. Petitioning for special juvenile status. Usually, a legal guardian or representative petitions USCIS for special juvenile status. The USCIS considers the family court decision and supporting documents. Adjudication. The special juvenile status petition is reviewed by USCIS to determine the minor's eligibility. If approved, the person receives a deportation-proof temporary immigration benefit. Step 3. Permanent residency, green card. After special juvenile status, apply for a green card or permanent residency. This step allows the minor to form lasting U.S. ties. Assessment of eligibility? Under special juvenile status, the person is assessed for a green card. A successful permanent resident transition requires continuous immigration law compliance. Applying for a green card, the petitioner applies for a green card with USCIS. The status adjustment application includes additional documentation and information. Interview and approval. USCIS may interview applicants to determine eligibility. Successful completion grants the green card. That's all we have for you in this bulletin. I hope you found this video useful. We will continue to keep a close eye on the developments and immigration-related updates and will publish new videos when there are more updates. The U.S. Immigration Update channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. It is important to understand the United States immigration processing steps, visa application requirements, processing times, forms, fees, and more. We will continue to provide all information about U.S. visitor visas such as B1 and B2, work visas such as L1A, L1B, and H1B, student visas, green cards, immigrant visas, EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, and EB5, and family immigrant visas. Thank you for visiting us today, and we'll see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe for more U.S. immigration update videos.